Okay, I don't know if anybody knows what they're looking at, besides my finger here. This is the rear of Heathkit's most accurate clock that I built in 1987. That's what it looks like in the rear. Now this is the underside of it. There's two blocks of dip switches. To control different functions that it has. The propagation delay over there. You compute the distance between here and Fort Collins, Colorado. And then from that you figure out the time delay. You program the time delay into these dip switches, and it's going to be precisely right on target. No delay at all. This is the front of it. It's got two LEDs, one for AM, PM. You can see inside there the display, digital display. Then you have 3 LEDs for each band, 5, 10, and 15 megahertz. And then you have one in the middle down there for data when it's receiving a signal. And when it gets a good signal, then the one over on the left capture that lights up. And at one point, when it's really good, high spec will turn on. And the display, the time will be displayed. Once it's displayed, though, it stays displayed unless the power goes out. Okay, there's a display, and associated resistors, transistors, whatever. Those are the lights. I just explained what they do. That's a display board that had to be assembled by yours truly. And then there's another board that had to be assembled that attaches directly to the display board, which is that one right there. Then there's 2 pots up there on top that are necessary when you first initially set it up. You use those pots to do that. Then the board in the bottom, what I call the motherboard, it all had to be assembled as well. There's a transformer there. Here's a heat sink. This is a pretty sophisticated little clock. Now, those 3 boards, the display board, the one attached to it, the one down in there, all had to be assembled. Now, originally when Heathkit came out with this kit to build, I think This receiver board had to also be assembled, but I guess they had a lot of people that wanted to build the kit that didn't have the equipment to set up the receiver or whatever. And that includes me. So that board there was actually pre-assembled. It's the only one, but I had to assemble everything else. Anyway, maybe I can fire this thing up and show you how it works. Oh, also, this is the underside of the case. There's a speaker there, because when it locks on to a good signal, you can hear WWV, and then there's a volume control right there that controls the volume for that speaker. And that fan, that's something I added to help keep this heatsink cool.